Hi everyone, Stacy Whiter here on behalf of Campus Mortgage with part 3 of a 3-part video series on Freddie Mac's Home Possible Advantage 97% program. Now just a quick reminder before we get started, this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered legal advice or used in place of Freddie Mac guidelines. Also, this video was issued on July 17th, 2018, and the information contained in this video is subject to change without notice. So in parts 1 and 2 of this video series, we've talked about the right type of borrower for this program. We also talked about the differences between a Home Possible with 5% down and the Home Possible Advantage, which only requires 3% down. Now let's take a look at some additional program details for the Home Possible Advantage. If you are running your application through LP, Loan Product Advisor, it should determine the income eligibility. So when you run your loan application through LP, you should get a feedback message telling you whether or not the borrower's income meets the income limits. In situations where you're doing, say, a manual underwrite, or maybe you just want to check the income limits prior to running the application, then you can use the Home Possible Income and Property Eligibility tool. So let me go ahead and show you what that looks like. So here is the Home Possible Income and Property Eligibility site. Now you can simply just do a Google search, type in Freddie Mac Home Possible Eligibility, and it should be one of the first links that comes up. Or you can just go onto the Freddie Mac site and you should be able to find it on there. But this is kind of similar to the rural development map. Basically, you can enter an address up here or a zip code and find out. But basically, you want to find out what the income limits are for a particular property. So I'm just going to type in an address here and show you what it looks like. And just by typing in the first bit here, it found it for me. And what you'll see here is you'll get this pop-up and it'll validate the address, and it's going to tell you the Home Possible income limit for this particular property, the median income, the 80% of the median income, and 50%. Now, for the Home Possible Advantage, they cannot exceed 100% of the median income. So the borrower's income could not be more than $69,700 a year. So that is the income limit for this one. Now, we already talked about there are areas where there are no income limits. So those are underserved areas. So for this next example, I'm just going to put in a zip code. And you will see here for this entire zip code, there is no income limit. So if someone was buying a property or refinancing a property in this area, in this zip code, there's actually no limit to the income. So in that case, you don't have to worry about the income limits, but you can definitely go here, check it. For loan officers, if you want to check it before you even take or before you run it through your loan origination system, this is a good place to go check it out. So again, that tool is very helpful. And just to recap here, the annual income limit for the borrower must not exceed 100% of the area median income limits, or it's going to be higher for those high cost areas. So for example, if you're looking at a property in California, the income limits are going to be higher. But no income limits apply in those underserved areas. So definitely check those out using the tool. Now, 3% of the borrower funds are required when they are financing a 2 to 4 unit home with an LTV above 80 or less than or equal to 95%. So if you have a situation doing the Home Possible, not the Home Possible Advantage, but the Home Possible, they can buy a 2 to 4 unit home, but they will have to have 3% of their own funds. Now, for both programs, Home Possible and Home Possible Advantage, homebuyer education is required for first-time homebuyers. And again, you qualify as a first-time homebuyer if you haven't owned a home in the last 3 years. Landlord education is required for someone who is purchasing a 2 to 4 unit home, which again is only allowable under the Home Possible. All right, that concludes this 3-part video series. Thanks so much for watching. For more tips and videos, please visit campusmortgage.org to look for their weekly mortgage video tips designed for all mortgage professionals, including underwriters, loan officers, processors, closers, and post-closers. Have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.